you sign up for a PhD, you don't always know what you're signing up for. So today in this video, I am going to share with you 6 things I wish I knew before signing on the dotted line and committing to that PhD. If you are new here, my name is Dr. Hayley Stainton. I make videos on all things PhD, academia, study skills, etc. So please do subscribe, and if you like this video, hit the like button too. Before I signed up for a PhD, I always knew that you have supervisors. I knew that you will go to conferences and seminars. I knew that there was a really big thesis. But there are also many things that I didn't know, and it's quite likely that you might be the same. I'm going to tell you the 6 major things that I actually really wish I had known before I did my PhD. Now, the first thing that I wish I had known was the importance of the PhD student-supervisor relationship. It's crazy, really, that your whole PhD is so dependent on that relationship. And so much can go wrong. You might not get along with this person, you might have opposing views to this person, you just might not really like them very much. If this is the case, you're going to have a hard time because your PhD supervisor is so important. They are everything to your PhD. They are guiding you. They are telling you what work to do. They're telling you what to read. Your PhD supervisors really do have a big impact on your PhD experience and your life as a PhD student. And if you don't get along with them, it's not going to be an easy ride. Whilst I did have a good relationship with my PhD supervisors, now I know that actually there was a massive risk there. That might not have been the case. And I was lucky. I was really lucky in that regard. I really wish actually that I was a bit more prepared for that. It's good to be informed, and I think during your interview process and your first couple of meetings with your supervisors, you can probably assess whether you are going to be able to work with this person effectively or not. One thing that many people do not realise when they sign up for a PhD is that a big part of it is public speaking. What? I'm here to do writing. I'm here to do desk work. What are you talking about? Why would I speak in public? Sorry to tell you that you will. You will have to attend webinars, seminars, conferences. You will have to present at these events, and people will question you, and you have to, in a public forum, defend your research and what it is that you are saying. I wish I knew this earlier. Now, I'm not a shy person. I can be a bit introverted at times, but generally, I was okay with this, but lots of people wouldn't be. So I think it's really important before you do commit to that PhD that you are aware that this is a big part of the process. You need to be able to stand up on stage with a microphone, in front of a camera, in front of hundreds of people, and talk about your research and defend it with everyone watching you. Another thing that I just didn't realise before I committed to my PhD was how much it would take over my whole life. It was crazy. There were times when I would literally be in the shower washing my hair twice. It was absolute insanity because I'm there at 6 a.m. in the shower thinking about how best to analyse that stat, or how I should reference somebody else, or some crazy stuff that should not be going through your mind at that time in the morning. But I just couldn't get it out. It was there, it was stuck. I missed out on social events, I missed a lot of things really. I gave up a lot of weekends, I did a lot of this stuff, all in the name of my PhD. Whilst I might not have done it any different, it kind of would have been nice to have had a heads up about just how much is going to take over my life. And along similar lines, I wish I'd have known just how lonely the PhD journey can be. When you are doing a PhD, you are doing that research pretty much on your own. Yes, you might have some other people doing similar research. Yes, your supervisors will dip in and out. They will check up on you. They will guide you. But ultimately, it's your research. You're there alone. You're going alone. For some people, that's okay. For me, that was okay. But for other people, it is super lonely. And it's not for everyone. So I wish I'd have known before committing to my PhD just how lonely sometimes I was going to get. And another thing that so many people don't realise about doing a PhD is that it's not that hard, and I do talk about that in another video I made about how hard is a PhD. It's not really that hard in terms of the work. What is hard is having the motivation and the determination to just keep on going. It's a marathon. A lot of people can't run marathons. It takes stamina, it takes motivation, it takes determination. You need to reach the end, and you're going to be plodding along for quite some time. And I think for anyone who's done a PhD will recognise how much motivation you need to be able to complete it. But for somebody who hasn't been through that process, they might not necessarily know that. And the last thing that I wish I had known before I committed to doing a PhD was just how big the difference is between undergraduate and masters and PhD. Undergraduate's kind of here, masters is here, PhD is like way over here, because it's a totally different kettle of fish. It's totally different. You're not in a classroom. You don't have scheduled lessons. You don't have the structure. You don't have the peers, the classmates. You don't have people to talk to about what your teacher just taught you. You don't have any of that. It's totally different. You don't have coursework deadlines, certainly not to the same extent. And a PhD isn't for everyone. And a lot of people think that they can naturally progress from their undergraduate or their masters onto a PhD, but actually that's not always the case. And there are lots of people who quit their PhDs or who don't make it through because they've had that assumption. Now, I'm not saying it's worse or better than doing an undergraduate or a master's. What I'm saying is that it's different and it's not for everybody. And I think it's important before you do commit to doing a PhD that you understand that, and you understand that it is about motivation and independent study. It's not the structured, formalised courses that you may have experienced in the past. So there we have it. Those are my 6 things I wish I'd have known before doing a PhD. Would I do it again? Yeah, probably. So I'm not telling you not to do a PhD. Absolutely not. I'm just warning you of some of the things that you might like to have a heads up on before you start. So if you have liked this video, please do hit the like button, please do subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.